hot bowl. I don't know why I did that. Okay, don't be stupid like me. My family would be so proud of me right now. I woke up this morning and I was in the mood for something comforting, something warm, something homey, and instantly I thought, it's been a minute since I've had kare kare. For those of you that don't know what kare kare is, it's a Filipino oxtail stew with a peanut butter base, so it's nice and creamy and rich, and it's just really filling and yummy. This is a dish that I grew up eating fairly often, but it was more so for like special occasions. If the family was coming together, we'd make a nice big fat pot of kare kare and we'd all just dig in. So this is actually my first time cooking it alone. Usually I'll buy it from a restaurant, but I really wanted to make it myself today, so let's get started. Here's what you'll need. Oxtail, tripe, bokchoy, I prefer baby bokchoy, string beans, eggplant, an onion, peanut butter. I prefer creamy peanut butter. I've never had kare kare with chunky peanut butter, but I don't see why you can't use that if you want. And you'll also need these kare kare packets, which you can get at Seafood City. So I'm gonna get the tripe and the oxtail going. That way I can get them tender. So in these two pots, I have boiling water. I'm just gonna salt them first. In this pot, I'm going to put the tripe in. And then in this pot, I'm going to drop in the oxtail. So I actually have too much water in this pot. This dish is not overly soupy. I would just call it a sauce. So if this is the pot that you're going to be making your dish in, you only want enough water to where it covers the meat. So here you guys can see I have a little too much water, so I'm just gonna pour some of that out. And then I'm gonna cover that and let that boil on a medium heat. Don't put it too high. You want it to cook kind of nice and slow. That's how you get it really nice and tender. While your oxtail is boiling, make sure you keep an eye on it, and you'll see all this fat residue kind of float to the top. You just want to skim that off. So the tripe is tender now, so I'm just going to remove this from the water. And I'm going to take it over here. And I'm going to cut the tripe into maybe like inch kind of sections, just so it's easier to eat. I'm just gonna keep this on the side until I'm ready to toss in all of the ingredients into the stew. The meat is almost done, so I'm going to throw the onion in. And you just want to, you can cut it into quarter pieces. They get really soft in the stew anyways, so they don't have to be like diced up or anything like that. Just like that, and I'm gonna toss it in. There we go. So the meat has probably like 15 or 20 minutes left on it, so I'm actually gonna start the soup base. So what you wanna do is get some hot water right from your pot so it has all of that meat and onion flavor. We're gonna grab some of this. And take it over here. And so what you want to do first is dissolve the powder packet. Just like sinigang, you want to taste it so that you can see whether or not you need more powder or anything like that. So I'm going to toss this in here. And I'm going to mix that up. And now I'm going to transfer it into this bowl, which has all of the peanut butter. There's about 2 to 3 tablespoons of peanut butter in this bowl. Ooh, she's thick. So it should start to look something like this once it starts to all combine together. We're gonna take this mixture that we just made and throw this into the pot. Mmm. Mmm. After tasting it, I feel like it needs a little more salt, so I'm just going to add a pinch of salt in there. And now I'm gonna toss in the tripe and let the meat in the tripe boil for maybe 5 minutes. That way it absorbs all of the flavor of that peanut butter sauce that we just added in. So the soup is pretty much done. I'm probably gonna let it cook for just 5 more minutes, so I'm going to toss the veggies in now. Let me make sure everything gets coated in the sauce. We're almost done. I am starving. Time for my favorite part of every video. This is a taste test. Kare kare is usually always eaten with bagoong, which is this sauteed shrimp paste. So I just have some in a little saucer right here. I always have to have a little bit of everything in every bite. So yes, I'm gonna eat tripe. Let's do some veg too. Ooh, that meat is actually really tender. Look at that. It's like pulling away. It just pulls off the bone. Got some tripe, some bokchoy. Grab some of this shrimp paste right here. I don't know if this is all gonna fit on one spoon. Grab some rice. All right, big bite. That's a shit. Ugh, my family would be so proud of me right now. This is so good. If I had to pick one Filipino dish that reminded me of family, it would have to be kare kare. Because every time my mom would decide to make kare kare, she would make the biggest vat. That way she could feed our family and invite my brother over with his kids, and we would all just sit down and enjoy this dish. And it has such a perfect balance of flavors. It's creamy, it's savory, it's sweet, it's all the good things. Try making it and let me know what you think.